Holy smokes. I was not expecting it to be this scary.
Welcome to E-Rider. Today we're gonna be unboxing the Segway Gokart Pro 2. This is the brand new one from them. If you wanna check it out, Amazon links below, but let's get into it today. We're gonna be not only unboxing it, putting it together, but we're also gonna be doing an initial ride, and then I'll be doing a full review coming in probably a week or so. All right, so about $2,400, but this thing looks absolutely insane and a pretty huge upgrade from the previous models. Now this is going 26.7, so just shy of 27 miles an hour, which is, when you're that close to the ground, that is very, very fast. An estimated 15 miles of range, and for something like this, that's completely adequate. But the biggest thing that caught my eye was 1.02 Gs of acceleration. That's a lot. Granted, that's probably with the lowest weight cap that they say, but let's get into this. It's a big old box. It's about 160 pounds, but that looks glorious. There's a lot going on here. There is a ton going on here. Let's pull this open. I think this is the top piece. Looks extraordinarily well packaged. This is all just like a packing piece, and there is the go-kart itself. I know that there is some assembly required. Looks like there's a little box right here, and we can see here, this is like the video game. So you can also like use this as a racing simulator, which we might check out probably in the full review, but not today. So that's kind of cool. Actually, let's unbox this now, see what it's about. So in here, we've got a USB drive, got a Segway is just a USB type A to USB type A, or is this a drive? Not sure, that'll be in the full review. And then we've got some big something actually in here. Unwrapping this, what the heck? I have no idea what this is, but we'll see. Okay, it folds up like that. I guess we'll see what this is. Maybe it's a brake for the wheels so they can't move, so it just ensures that when you're using it as a simulator, it's like a safety thing. Could be that. We'll see. There was also one more thing in this box, which was a USB type A to USB type C cable, so maybe that's for the USB drive if you don't want to plug it in. Very well packaged, wow. But then there is a big heavy part, so let's open this box up. All right, so opening this up, honestly, I was expected to be a little bit more intimidated by putting this together, but it looks easy so far. Okay, so there's a flagpole, which is cool. And these are a bunch of manuals, also probably the instructions to put it together, which I am gonna listen to today. I rarely do that, but I will do it today. So how to install the flagpole, put it in, a quick start guide, user manual, warranty card, and then the game kit. So that's probably what you use for like the simulator. Very cool. And guys, just a note here, I am spending my own money on everything that you've seen on the channel thus far. This scooter, I paid for it myself, which was $2,400. It hurt a little bit, but I'm so excited, so it's worth it. But let's get into this. So just so you know, it's an honest review. There is no one paying me or sending me anything in this situation. Pulling this out, this is all a piece of metal. Is this like a dual purpose thing? I guess I don't even know. I guess this can be used, look at the graphic there. This can be used as one of those Segway stand-up rideable things. So, okay, this is the initial impressions and unboxing. I know my stuff better in the review when everything's gone through and tested. All right, here's the wing, guys. I'm a big car guy, and that's what absolutely made me obsessed with this as soon as I saw it, and I saw a new one coming out. Look, there's literally a downforce wing. How much will that actually do? Probably nothing, but does it look awesome? Absolutely. Okay, so we've got a few more pieces. Looks like these are the risers for the wing itself. I'm gonna set those over here. The other riser for the wing. This is gonna be pretty just like set up and used, which is gonna be awesome. All right, we've got one side of the power brick, not as big as I was expecting, and it's a 4-pin for the power connector. I would assume this uses quite a lot of juice. All right, so we got the charger. Then we got a very, very cool part. There is a Ninebot Bluetooth speaker that you can use as a Bluetooth speaker, but you can also use it as like fake engine sound, or I think there's also like fake electric sound. So let's unbox that. I like how it's like its own separate thing. Looks like you might be able to buy it separately. There is the unboxing of that. Some paperwork there, and then, ooh, a very nice looking speaker. It's kind of giving me JBL vibes. Look, there's connection points right there, probably to snap in. Rubberized keys up there. I believe this is fully waterproof. Charges via USB Type-C. I can't tell if that's plastic or metal, but looks like we got some sort of like sub-ish action over there. Yeah, very cool. Also in that, we've got, there's so many dual purpose things in this go-kart. It's so cool. Okay, maybe I guess it just
wraps around that. Interesting. So is that to connect it? We'll have to see. And we've also got probably like, I'm assuming a charging cable in here. Yeah, this is a USB Type-C to USB Type-A charging cable. We will set this aside. And it looks like we got some hardware right here. Hardware box. Let's see, opening this up. Okay, so we got some batteries. Not sure, maybe those are for the steering wheel. We've got an Allen wrench and 2 screws, a few other little pieces, and then like a quick release right there. We'll see what that's for. But today we're just gonna be testing out the go-kart itself, not like the stand-up thing. That's cool that it has that though. Okay, now this is the flag. Here is the flag. Very cool. It works like a flag should. All right, but let's get to it itself now. I might need help to lift this out, but I think the instructions on the box actually say that you just lift it up. So we just lift it up and there we go, guys. So freaking excited, guys. Okay, we got more packaging back here to keep it safe. That's where we attach the rear wing. I'm assuming I can lift it up from here. It's not as heavy as I expected it to be, but it's definitely heavy. It looks extraordinarily well built. The steel frame in the back is kind of exposed. Holy smokes, guys. Look at that seat. Look at that freaking seat. Okay, plastic is off. Guys, not as heavy as I thought it was gonna be before seeing this in person. Here's a little customer support thing in case you need it. Let's check this out before we go any further. All right, come back here. We can see here in the back, there's a little connector. I'm not sure what that's to, but look at this. That is the steel frame right there. This thing is freaking solid. You also have like secondary straps here onto the back, which I think this is rear drive only, which absolutely makes sense and would be the most fun. There's an unlock thing here. Pulling that up, oh, that's where the batteries go. So I was right about that. Let's get those installed right now. And one more battery. Put this cover plate back on. All right, guys, so I guess we just push this like that. Quick start guide to the rescue. We use this, number 1, so that's the first thing we do. Actually, not as much setup as I thought there was gonna be. We're gonna take our Allen key and this, all right, so on this other side, there are holes. You take that quick release, you put it through. We actually don't need the Allen key, and then you just screw it together so that the adjustments, there's 3 different adjustments for steering height, and this can actually have someone up to like 6'2" in it, which is pretty impressive. Okay, now the steering thing kind of still moves a little bit. It still moves a little bit, but I think that's how it's supposed to go. This doesn't move at all now, which is nice. A little tiny steering wheel and a very cool, there's literal paddle shifters back there or some sort of like paddle, very small steering wheel. I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger, but it is kind of soft, rubbery, like a Toyota RAV4, Toyota Corolla. This is what it feels like if you don't get the high-end ones. You also get like a, oh, I think I just turned it on. That is so sick though. Different buttons right here. There's a USB Type-C up here. It says Segway. It looks awesome, guys. With that, we're gonna take it out of here and we're gonna get the frame adjusted to my height and I'll show you how to do that. Haley's gonna have to help with this. It's heavy. You can kick it that way. All right, set it down right here. All right, guys, so it looks very small, but look at this. You can literally extend it and there's little bolts right here. It's actually this right here, and they have this Allen key literally staying in there so that when you're gonna have someone else use this, it's very easy to modify it. Now that's the max, you can see right there, that's the max. Just for safety reasons, I'm gonna put it a little bit forward, and then we're gonna tighten these down. Okay, so I thought it was an infinite space. It's not. It has to be directly on the lines, and then it can tighten. Super interesting. So you can see there's a line here, here, and here. It has to be on one of those lines. You can see the line directly matches up right there, and then it tightens. It will not tighten unless it's on one of those lines. So you've got like 4 different adjustments, and then it tightens up nicely, and it tightens pretty quick. Interesting to see what kind of like, what they're kind of using to tighten that inside. It would be very interesting to see what that is. With that in, let's get this wing on. Okay, so it goes into this right back here. You take these 2 pieces. This slides in like that. All of those screws line up just like that, and you just screw it in. That's simple, guys. There's not a whole lot of complexity after you actually learn the things, because it took me a second to learn it, but now that I know where everything is, it should be very easy. All right, guys, that was the last screw. It's on. I'm pouring with sweat because it's very hot in this garage, but this thing is unbelievably polished. Before we get any further with the app, let's take you on a little bit of a tour of it. Come close. You can see here, the neon blue or the teal blue, which I think looks freaking awesome. This is a extraordinarily solid seat belt, which is super nice. The seat here hugs you. These are nicely bolstered and they give. So if you're a little bit bigger, it'll give. But if you're a large guy, you just will not fit in this. You have to be fairly skinny. And now I'm 5'9", I'm still like, I'm wide, like I'm not tiny. If you're a woman, you'll probably fit in this if you are normal stature, but that's really the most unfortunate part, because if you are bigger, you would just have to have a bigger seat. Max weight on this is also 220. So again, you do have to be, I would say perfect size would be like, I probably, just from sitting in initially, I probably wouldn't go over like 5'11", 6 foot max probably, but I wouldn't say, I mean, they say 6'2". I mean, that would be absolutely pushing it to the max. If you're a skinny guy and you're 6'2", maybe. Then we have the steering wheel here. We've got a select button right here, a tiny little select button, a start button. It says Gokart Pro 2. This is the newest one out. You have a D-pad right here, A, X, Y, and B buttons, and then paddle shifters on the left and right, which is actually just that. It's not technically a paddle there. And then this is kind of a steering wheel style material. It's kind of soft, but it does, actually the grip there is actually pretty good. And I believe this does have steering that the linkage will make it come back to center like a real car, but we'll obviously test that. The linkage here, check out the linkage. This is all the steering linkage here. This is your frame. I mean, that linkage is so cool. We have the pedals. We definitely have this like auto-inspired vents here. I like that we have some covering over the wheel well, and we've got one of the coolest parts right here, the drift brake. So that literally hits the back wheel. So as you can see here, I believe what this does, I don't know if there's any electronics connected to this, but it literally just hits that back wheel. So it probably will send this wheel into a drift, which is not quite like your actual e-brake kind of thing, but yeah, kind of cool. Now for the initial ride today, we're not gonna set up the speaker. We're just gonna leave it how it is. That might be kind of gimmicky, but we will check that out in the full review, rest assured. But with that, let's get the app and get this thing fully activated. You do have to use the app. If you do not use the app, you cannot use it. It will not unlock. All right, opening up the Ninebot app. All right, so back here is the power button. Ooh, look at those lights. Those are some bright lights right there. Looks like we only got 2 bars of battery. So not full battery, but we are gonna search for it and it comes right up. Segway Gokart Pro 2. So the steering wheel turning on does not actually turn the scooter on or the go-kart on, because I think you can actually use this as a separate device thing. So let's go through the app right here. It's connecting, hit the brake pedal. Device pairing successful. So they force you to watch a safety guide before it's like activated, and that's to activate full speed. Although I do believe you can use this without full speed activated, but they make you watch some video to make sure that they don't get sued, I guess, which is fine. It's only 1.5 minutes. All right, and we're done. Congratulations. And there we go. It's 39% battery. It means it's got 7.3 miles of range right now. Locked, slide to unlock. I think with that, let's take it on a quick first impressions drive of it. I'm very excited. All right, putting seatbelt on. All right, guys, I think we're going. There's no power steering, obviously, so you have to move it quite a bit, but let's go. Ooh, this feels so wrong. Ooh, it's a little bit bumpy. It's super slow. Why is it so slow? All right, we're in track mode. Oh, that's a little bit faster. All right, so we're in track mode now, guys. Let's see how this does. Yeah, that's fast. Yeah, that's fast. Oh, holy crap. The steering is super sensitive. Holy smokes. I was not expecting it to be this scary. Holy crap, that is sensitive steering. Oh, you're feeling every vibration. Holy crap, the steering is so sensitive. I feel like I need to be wearing my full face with this. Oh, that's very scary. Oh, the steering. Oh, it's so sensitive. God, that's fun though. The brakes are very good. Holy crap, okay. Yeah, that's fast. The brakes work really well. That's a good thing. Yeah, those brakes work well. Oh my God, okay. Initial impressions is this thing's stupid fast. It's gonna actually take me a little bit to learn it, which is something that I think is super cool with these kind of electric things. You press it twice, and that puts it into reverse, and then twice again, and that's in go. And that's it, guys. So cool. Really excited to keep doing this, although I will say this thing has some power. Obviously, you can put it in sport mode and it limits to 12 miles an hour, which honestly might be enough. But holy crap, that steering is tight, it's heavy, and it is super immediate. Far more than any car I've ever driven. It is really cool though. Make sure to subscribe below for the full review if you want to check it out. Amazon links below again. But yeah, this was E-Rider, and I'll see you guys in the review.